Hey guys, this is the Rambling Dasher, and I am here today just kind of messing around with the live, whatever this is, live streaming. Um, thought I would play around, had a few little things that I was going to chat about today and just kind of see if I can test some things out with just using YouTube to do the live stream, and I can't find any ways to change the background. So today we get to see uh, everything in the house here. So I didn't bother moving the computer to see a little bit better background or anything like that. So it is what it is. Maybe we have some more lighting options here. I have this light here. Oh, look at that. Um, so yeah, just testing things out. I see that I don't know what these buttons are down here. I can mute, I can share my screen, I can end the stream, I can share this out to the world. But today, right now, we're just going to talk a little bit about how I got started with DoorDash and then move on from there and talk about a couple of things that have popped up this week with DoorDash. We had a really good week with DoorDash, and well, we met our goals. How about that? I have a goal of $300 a week, and hopefully I get that on Monday through Friday. And ideally, I just get it in 3 nights. Not this week. It took five nights to get it because Monday and Wednesday didn't cut it. So I did Tuesday and Thursday to make up to get $100. And then Friday we did really well on Friday to get over $100, so that was nice. I started out a year ago in January. Um, my daughter and I started. Well, she started it and was just not having any luck. And it was she was home for college for the winter break, and I said, okay, let's just schedule 3 nights and go out. So we did like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we went out and we made $287 in those 3 nights. And I'm just like, well, there's no reason I can't do this. In addition, because I was kind of in, I have a full time job, but I also lost one of my contracts that I was doing some work for, uh, ran out long after I expected it to. I expected it only last about 6 months, but it went 3.5 years. So that was a good 3.5 years that I didn't have to do any extra work. Actually got to put away lots of savings and things like that and do some trips and stuff. So it was that 3.5 years was pretty good for me. But afterwards, I just like I still want to go on trips. I still want to be able to pay all my bills and all that. So we do some DoorDash on the side and just kind of put a goal out there of $300 a week and do our best to make it. So some things that have come up just recently with DoorDash is I'm going to share. I don't know how I can share my screen, but I'm going to do my best to share my screen. So let's do share screen. Let's see what happens. So I am going to share this untitled document and share. And hopefully, what that's showing now is this. Word document that I put together with the email that I got out. So I really didn't want to have to share everything. Let's see if I can do a view, full screen. Yeah, it's not liking it. Let's see what, just get rid of that. I don't know what all this is. But anyway, so I got an email from DoorDash this week basically saying the new quality rate is now live in the ratings tab, but it won't count towards your overall Dasher ratings just yet. Every delivery is a chance to build it up before we officially start impacting your rewards tier on 8/21. So that's nice to know. On 8/21, we got a lot of new changes coming. So it shows you that if you have moderate, your last 100 orders without issues, 97 orders with major issues, orders with minor issues. So you can see they count towards 3% of your order and 1%, and that you have two of them, so therefore you're at a 95. I I can only imagine, because they're counting 100 orders, that if you had, um, and I don't know what's going on with this, but it just changed my background. Oh, you know what? I had been working on doing some other stuff. So there, I'm back. Sorry, something just popped up on my screen. So I can imagine, and I haven't read this, but I can only imagine that if you did bad enough orders with major issues, your percentage could go into the negative if there were 3 point per major issue, 3 percentage points, and you had 40 of them. Well, that would be 120%. So I don't know how that works, but um, maybe we'll never get there to find out. I just don't know. So basically, here's the definition of how it works. The new quality rate reflects on how your deliveries are completed without customer reported issues. The rating is based on the last 100 deliveries, meaning that any delivery after your 100th will replace the oldest. So we get that, the rolling 100. What affects the rating? Minor issues, like missing items, damaged items, 1% per delivery, and major issues, orders not delivered or wrong order delivered, 3% per delivery. Safeguards to protect you and your ratings. We know that not everything is in your control, and we want this rating to be fair. Every customer report is validated before it affects your quality rate. We check delivery photos, instructions, and customer history to ensure accuracy. If we didn't send you any reminders to check your items on an order, missing item, it will not impact your ratings. Deliveries with a successfully disputed customer reported issue resulting in a contract violation will automatically be removed from the quality rating calculations. Tips for high quality rate. There are 5 simple ways to help protect your quality rating and avoid issues that could impact your score. Take a drop off photo every time. So I don't do this a lot because I hand the order to the people a lot, even if it's leave it at the front door kind of thing. Snap clear photos of where you left the order to help customers find it and reduce missing reports. Can't find the customer, reach out. If you're having trouble locating your drop-off spot, message or call the customer. They'll usually help you get it right. Double check for drinks and desserts before leaving the store. Make sure you've grabbed every item, especially easy to miss things like drinks and desserts. Is the bag sealed? Ask to confirm the order. So if the store seals the bag, kindly ask the staff member to confirm that the items are inside. And then keep it upright. Spills and damage can lead to poor experiences. Keep food bags upright during transport and drive with care to avoid messy deliveries. Each delivery can make a difference, so small steps like these greatly improve your quality rating and keeping you eligible for top tier benefits. Tap into the ratings tab to see where your quality rating stands. So that right there feature with DoorDash. So um, it's kind of a nice thing to be able to. I don't know how it's gonna. I really don't know if it's gonna be good, bad, or ugly. I have seen people on Facebook groups and things like that do share screenshots because obviously they have tested this process out in other locations. And so, yeah, I don't know how that works. Um, so, and obviously you can see it now where I live, and I'm assuming it's going to roll out across the United States, but maybe I just got it, so I don't know how that's going to work. And I'm interested to see how it's going to work, but yeah, I just don't know right now. So we'll keep playing it by ear and see what other information comes out about it, and I'll try to pass that information along here, and just kind of stay in touch. Um, One other thing I was going to introduce on here, um, I know a lot of people have questions about dashing and um, not knowing all the things that it takes to become a so I just pulled up the DoorDashing website. I didn't log in or anything, but you can sign up to be a dasher on the desktop. I think I did mine directly on my phone. But to me, door dashing is a fairly simple process. If you want to do it full time, if you want to do it part time, it's really kind of up to you. The flexibility is out there. If you keep status, then you can dash at your will or you can schedule it out. If you don't have status, then you have to schedule, which I find to be very inconvenient. So I try to keep my status up there so that I can dash whenever I want to, just in case I forget to schedule. Um, so I'm just going to go down through this and kind of give you some heads up. You can work when you want to, so that flexibility, set your own course. You can choose whether or not to accept offers, find demand near you, and earn money instantly with promotions like challenges, Peak Pay, and DoorDash app. I can tell you now that my area seems to be somewhat saturated, and I don't ever see, and maybe it's just the time of the day that I dash, I don't ever see any promotions anymore. Used to last year, I was getting like $2.50, $3 add-ons to all my orders, and it was just because my area didn't have as many dashers. But now I got dashers coming from all over into this area and saturating the area with drivers. So it just, I guess they just don't need promotions in that area. So therefore, you don't really get those promotion pays. So anyway, start earning quickly. So sign up in minutes and start earning within days. Once your application is approved, you can start dashing right away and cash out immediately or instantly. So I do know that there's ways to cash out instantly, and it's like getting their little debit card or something like that. I don't know. I just wait for the pay and have it deposited in my account. It shows up in my savings account every Tuesday morning. So I'm good with that. Dash with confidence. So peace of mind while dashing is essential. That includes knowing that you can easily get help when you need it. And while we hope that every delivery goes smoothly, we've got your back if things don't go as planned. That's why we built our safety toolkit and make getting on the road even safer for dashers. So I do get, there's options to dial 911 within there and other things like that. So I don't get into that too much. A lot of times I do, it's by accident, but I don't do it on purpose. There's base pay, so you'll always earn base pay for any offers you accept in DoorDash. Typically, those base pay is like $2, but depending on the distance, and sometimes it does not make any sense as to, like the other day, I went on a 6 mile DoorDash and I got like $6 base pay the other day, and then the next day I go on a 10-mile drive and only get a $4 base pay. So a lot of times it just depends on the customer's tip, and they kind of fluctuate your base pay based upon what the customer tips as well. So that $6 for 6 miles, the tip was zero. On the 10-mile one that I got $4 base pay, the tip was like $7. So they weigh things out, and I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish they would do base pay based upon the mileage, but they basically take some of your tip in that regard or fluctuate it and whatever. So it is what it is. So you just got to deal with it. Um, Plus tips. So there is, you can get tips from customers. And when you accept your offer, you never know. You just see a dollar amount. You never know what the tip's going to be. So it could be zero tip or it could be mostly tip. And then customers have the ability to add tip onto the end. So that's a nice feature as well. Just like the other day, the guy walked out and he starts asking me all these questions about DoorDash and why I do it and how much money I make and all this. And it was really nice conversation because, I talk about that kind of stuff all the time anyway. Well, as I was pulling out of his driveway, I get a message saying, "Hey, the customer at this delivery added a $10 tip." And I was like, "Sheesh, alrighty then." So it pays to be nice and do a good job. So anyway, and then there's plus promotions. So I don't get into many of this stuff. It talks about peak pay challenges and delivery streaks. I think I've only seen one challenge in my area, and that was to get 10 chicken nuggets, McNuggets from McDonald's if you had 6 deliveries within X number of days. So I got it, but I never have cashed it in. I think it expires in a few days, but I always forget that it's even in there as available for me to get. Um, anyway, it is what it is. Everything, little things like that can be beneficial for some people. There's plenty of door dashing gear, so you can check out the store. I don't have a backpack thing like this. I have a catering bag that I bought for like 30 something dollars, and it's since paid for itself time and time again. When you sign up for DoorDash, you get one bag for free. Usually you can get pizza bags if you stop into maybe not any pizza place, but Papa John's for sure. They usually have pizza bags. If you just say, "Hey, do you have a pizza bag?" and they'll say, "Yeah," or they'll get them periodically delivered to them by DoorDash and for them to purposely hand out to dashers delivering pizzas. So I have a couple of pizza bags. I have about 3 other smaller bags and a larger catering bag that work out well for me. There's age requirements, vehicle requirements, and documentation. So you got to have a driver's license or other form of ID, and you have to have a background check. So, and then there's a whole section of frequently asked questions. So, anyway, I just thought I would go over this, and if you had any questions, free to leave them in the comments. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. Uh, just kind of wanted to touch bases mainly on that particular new bit of info that came out this week. Um, we'll try to do something like this every week or every couple weeks and just, build up our following and keep moving forward. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you next time out there on the road. See ya.